I'm gonna be starting a new series. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. You shouldn't start a new series because you already got too many on this TikTok. And I'm like, hey, this is my account, damn it. I get to do whatever the hell I want. I'm gonna be doing a series where I assess different commonplace superpowers and combining them together with what toxic personality trait would, well, benefit from it, and what worst combinations I can think of. I don't know how long this series will be, but I've thought of some interesting ideas. I'm not going to say them here because I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, toxic personality traits, X superpowers, and which ones would benefit and which ones would make the person all around worse. Oh, this is going to be so beautiful. Time for episode 1 of Toxic Personality Traits, X Superpowers. Now, today's episode, I'm going to do the most popular, the grand magnum opus of toxic personality traits. The Chad. The best personality trait a person could have. Having the personality of a womanizing man whose mind is stuck in misogyny and all of that stuff. Like this guy. The guys who are like, dude bro, and testosterone, like manpower. Now I admit this picture is misleading. I'm more talking about those douchey frat boys, like, now I'm not going to pull any pictures up because I don't want to call anyone out, but I'm talking about those douchey frat boys like, hey girl, can I get your number? And anything like that. I'm combining this with super strength, and I'm talking general properties of super strength, the fact that you are super strong, you can basically do anything. Maybe invulnerability, since super strength, I mean, your body and skin should be stronger, so it's super, but like, one of the reasons why I think this would be a horrible combination, whenever it comes down to frat boys, misogynistic guys, and like, just all-around guys who are dicks, is the fact that there's always going to be a bigger fish than them. There's always going to be someone that can kick their ass whenever they step out of line or do something that's so outlandishly dickish. But if you give that personality super strength, then that doesn't exist for them. They could punch a guy that would be like, hey, I'm here to put you in your place. You have fucked up views. And like, in this scenario, girls can't reject him because they'll be scared. Because like, in this scenario, he could just snap her in half. Like, people can't stand up to him because physically he is strong. Like, frat boys and like Chad personalities always like to be like, I'm so strong, could beat anyone. Like, we know the meme. Chad believes that he's the strongest guy around, and then someone comes around and humbles them. In this scenario, that doesn't happen. No one can humble the Chad in this scenario because he has the strength that he's talking about. In all these scenarios, the Chad isn't actually as strong as he thinks he is, but in this scenario, he is. And that scares me. Imagine if a Chad actually put work into making himself stronger and more physically fit. It would be scary, and giving him super strength would make that even more scary. I can imagine it. I can imagine a scenario where someone actually tries to stand up to him, and he just freaking decks them in the face, and then no one can stand up to them. After they build a reputation of being strong with super strength, people are going to be afraid to stand up to him. Girls won't reject him, and he'll be able to do anything he wants. Once that reputation is built, he'll be the Chad, a true Chad. No, someone no one can stand up to and no one wants to stand up to. And that's scary. Signing off on episode 1 of Toxic Personality Traits, X Superpowers. This is going to be an interesting episode because this is a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black. Anyway, welcome to episode 2 of Toxic Personality Traits, X Superpowers. Now, when I say procrastinators, I'm talking about the people who do it so routinely that it doesn't actually bother them that they do it. Not the people who genuinely, like, it bothers them. The people who are just like, I'll do it later, and they just don't care whether or not they get it done or not. That's what I'm talking about here. But I can't include people who do it even if it does bother them if they do it often enough. Like myself, I am a procrastinator. I am a habitual procrastinator. I do it so often. But there is one thing that will always snap a procrastinator out of it. There's this one crucial thing that no one can avoid that will always snap a procrastinator into reality. Whether or not they realize, oh shit, I'm running out of this. Or they're like, oh gosh, I need to get this done before this is over. Time. Once time is up, they're done. And a procrastinator will realize that at some point. At one point, they'll realize, oh shit, I'm running out of time. I need to get this done. I need to be productive or else I'm not going to get this done. And this can be for any task. Work, school, any task whatsoever. Once time catches up with a procrastinator, it's going to hit them. They're going to be like, oh shoot, I got to get this done. But if you give a procrastinator the ability to stop time, that doesn't appear anymore. They can continue to procrastinate on things and not be reprimanded or punished for it. They're almost near the deadline. Boom, time stop, get it done, continue. They never have to fix their behavior because time will never bother them. And it's honestly bad because if you give them the ability to avoid and constantly get away with their toxic behavior, honestly, it's gonna get bad. A procrastinator could potentially hold time still for as long as they want. You know, like they need to get a homework assignment done. Stop time, boom, they got it done. They don't need to worry about it. And that's wrong. Giving someone a power that directly encourages them to continue their behavior or doesn't reprimand them for the behavior is bad. Procrastination is an issue. I go through it, and normally the only thing that gets me out of it is time slowly closing in on me and the need for me to feel productive with my time. With the ability to stop time, you don't need to feel productive. You can just do it all in one sitting. You don't have to do much. Meaning that this cycle is very different. There is no doing it all in one night. There's stopping time, doing it all at once, and then continuing with the cycle. And not caring about fixing your behavior. This was episode 2 of Toxic Personality Traits X Superpowers. Welcome to this new series, and hopefully you stay tuned to see more combinations I make up in my brain of mine.